Try not to blame people for their For You pages. Their search history doesn't quite constitute their algorithm, because the algorithm preys upon you. My name is Tristan Fields, and welcome to Modern Saviors, where we study not only the representations, but the warnings that modern mythology possess. So tonight, I'd like to talk about something that I think about quite often, is the algorithmic apocrypha that exists within all of our lives. You typically see posts or tweets or reels about how people long for phone-in bedtime at the end of the day. That's often what gets them through the day. The mind-numbing sedation of scrolling reels in bed at the end of the day. Now, while it does hit like a hard drug, and it is as sedating as it promises, it's not necessarily the best remedy for whatever you're trying to avoid. We find ourselves lost in the algorithmic apocrypha because it is preying on us, because it is siphoning all of our information and all of our joy of the world. The algorithm is designed this way, to siphon and extract as much of your attention and as much of your eyeballs' real estate as possible. That's why I really make an effort to make something of value here at Modern Saviors. That's why I make an effort not to create slop. Because with every video I post, I'm asking for 10, 20, maybe an hour's worth of your time at most. And I want to make sure that that time of yours is not wasted. I want you to gain something. I want you to learn something. Or I at least want your help in ironing out an idea. Now, this alluring addiction of our algorithms is very, very difficult to overcome. And it's designed this way. It's designed to trigger as much dopamine as it possibly can. It's designed to be all-consuming. It's designed to be all-knowing. It's designed to be ever-learning. That's how it progresses. That's how it collects your information. That's how it siphons your time. It learns everything it can so it can use it against you. That's why you see the For You pages of lackluster young men filled with the hottest women you've ever seen. That's why you see the For You pages of promising young women filled with poisonous and liberal ideology. It is trying to extract your attention. It is trying to extract your information. It is trying to extract your essence so that it can learn and grow. We see this phenomenon throughout modern mythology, regardless of the lore. Whether it's Hermaeus Mora in Skyrim, this tentacle monster of omniscience and all-consuming desire. Or Brainiac from DC, who scours the universe to collect all the information he can. Whether it's Hermaeus Mora, Brainiac, the Kraken, or whatever sort of Cthulhian tentacle monstrous beast there is, they are trying to extract something from you. They are trying to engulf you. They are trying to consume everything it can of you. This is why whenever you see some sort of pirate or warrior or whatever trope fighting a tentacle monster, it's fighting the tentacles on it. It's trying to escape these extremities, pulling it into extremism. Now, you often see the presence of this monster, of this beast, of this demon, ubiquitously on the internet through memes that portray our cell phones as facehuggers, or this video where it portrays Instagram as this all-consuming algorithm. Let's watch.
Thank you for ruining my life. I'm literally an algorithm designed to maintain your attention by learning from your behavior and mirroring back that which, consciously or not, captivates you and the social worlds through which you move. I am literally one of the most fascinating tools for collective and personal shadow work ever created. That is, only if you can learn to recognize that you aren't disturbed by social media. You're disturbed by your own reflection.
video portrays Instagram and social media as a whole, considering they all run off the same algorithm. No matter what app you're on, how long is it before you're scrolling vertically through short form content? It portrays these algorithms as this all-consuming tentacle monster that wants to devour you. This is not without reason, and we see it all throughout modern mythology. But the one I'd like to focus on is the demon lord of Tamriel, Hermaeus Mora.
Here then is the knowledge you need, although you did not know you needed it.
So Hermaeus Mora, he's the Daedric prince of knowledge and memory. You can't scroll through 5 reels and remember what each reel was. It's siphoning your ability to remember. That's what the Daedric Prince or the Demon Lord does. This quote, taken straight from the Elder Scrolls fandom website, states that he is not known for being good or evil. Hermaeus Mora seems to be the keeper of both helpful and destructive knowledge, although he usually sees all seekers of any knowledge as his servants. Now, let's apply that to our modern day Hermaeus Mora. Let's apply that to our modern day all-consuming tentacle monster. No matter if you're trying to use social media for good or for evil, the algorithm, the platform, does not see you as either. The algorithm itself sees you as its servant because you are providing it with knowledge, with information, with more input, with more and more and more. Hermaeus Mora does not stop until he's gained all the knowledge of all the realms. Brainiac does not stop until he's gained all the knowledge of all the planets in all the universe. So back to Skyrim. In the Nordic tradition, Hermaeus is known to trick those who seek knowledge into his all-consuming wrath. This is the same thing that happens with people in advertisements. They are enticed, they are tricked, they are persuaded into buying things they don't need, into spending money they don't have. They seek knowledge, they seek a product that will make their lives easier. And due to the manipulative nature of advertisements, this is the same demon lord, the same Daedric prince, tricking you into their enthrallment. Throughout Skyrim's main questline, you run into a quest called Discerning the Transmundane. And you meet with one of Hermaeus Mora's disciples, known as Septimus Sigmus. He gives you a cube relic, known as the Blank Lexicon. And then you take it to the Dwemer ruins, you scour Black Reach, and you reach where the Dwemer have hidden the Elder Scroll. Once you plug the lexicon into this contraption they have designed, it reads all the information that the Elder Scroll has to offer. It consumes almost all the knowledge in the universe. When social media first really hit the scene, whether it was MySpace or Facebook and then Twitter, Instagram, whatever. When it first hit the scene about 20 years ago, it was completely blank. But think about it now. So many people, so many bots, so many entities have poured vast amounts of knowledge and information into these platforms, into these algorithms. They have fed it the entire knowledge of the world. And so with that, it grows more powerful. It grows more powerful the more it learns. Is there an upper limit to this? Who knows? According to the myths, there's not. Hermaeus Mora continues. He expands Apocrypha until he possesses the maximum amount of knowledge that he can. During the Dragonborn DLC of Skyrim, you meet this peculiar wizard named Nelith. And he says to you, many scholars and lore masters have been ensnared by the lure of learning the secrets that only Hermaeus Mora possesses. Think about this. Think about how many geniuses, think about how many scholars, think about how many world-class minds have been reduced to pouring information into the algorithm, that have been reduced to writing their novels on Twitter. Our best minds are reduced to producing content the same as the dumbest among us. And so there's two variations of dialogue with Hermaeus Mora himself that really portray social media as it is and the effect that it has on the world. During the main quest line, you have the option to reply to Hermaeus Mora with, "I am your servant, my lord," to which he will then say to you, "Indeed, speak with me when the box has been opened, and all shall be revealed." Or, you can say, "I'll never join you, vile demon," and he will say, "Be warned, many have thought as you do. I have broken them all. You shall not evade me forever." So the first option of dialogue, where he promises that all will be revealed, is nearly directly representative of how social media promises everything that it can. You'll get to see everything, do everything, experience everything. It promises all of the world to you through the information it possesses. However, if you refuse such an enticing offer, if you refuse to succumb to the tentacles, if you refuse to succumb to the algorithm, if you refuse to fall prey to the ever-learning machine, he tells you that he has broken all who dare to defy him, and that he eventually will capture you as well. This is directly representative of how people will try to take breaks, how people will try to resist social media, about how people will try to stay off of their phone for 5 minutes, but they can't. It draws them in. It sucks them into the black hole that an asleep cell phone is. It sucks them into the nightmare of this tentacled monstrosity. It promises you the world while giving you nothing and gaining all the information it desires. So what does this all mean biblically? If we are to reconnect the American mythology to Christ, we need to have that biblical connection with our modern myths. Or we at least need to consult the biblical archetypes as to what our myths are trying to tell us. So in James 1:14-15 states, "Each person is tempted when he is lured and enticed by his own desire. Then desire, when it has conceived, gives birth to sin. And sin, when it is fully grown, brings forth death." That is all these algorithms want from you. That is all the tentacle demon wants from you. It wants to consume, it wants to entice, and it wants to siphon everything it can till you are useless, until you have given all you can. It tempts you into sin until death is inevitable. So help me combat this. Help me slice the limbs of the tentacle monster. Help me flood the timeline with the word of God and the morality of Western culture. Help me reclaim the public consciousness and help me redirect it back to righteousness. Help me defeat these demons. Help me defeat these demons that wish to devour us. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and follow me on X. Help me overwhelm this onslaught of information with all the inspirations that guide man's intuition. Thank you and good night.